soon.
Yeah, I think so, and this is his chance to do it. First game in a little bit here, going to be very important for him to take a win here, or at least take a point for his world ranking if they go to game 3. The players are in and they are ready to go. We're back. We got the CCTVS camera here from Sadziu, the upper far away angle. That's what I like calling those. Lennli almost has something like that too. But quick, round 1, moving. Sadziu with a quick guess.
705 area code, I think he saw. I'm not sure if he knows them, but he's also going to go Virginia. And it's Georgia.
Just ends up being Georgia. 282.
Yeah, so the quick lock from Sadziu again. We'll see. We see that from a lot of players. If a player feels like he's disadvantaged in moving, that generally means that the player is going to send pretty quickly in the moving rounds. So, especially a rural round like this, I would imagine we're not going to see Sadziu move very much. I think he'll just get a feel for the landscape and make a guess, whereas we see Lennli moving down the road, maybe hoping to reach some information, but on a round like this, it probably isn't going to happen.
Yeah, Sadziu in there with a quick guess. Oh, Lennli does see some signs. Is he going to know any of them? We'll see. No,
I don't know those towns.
Yeah, we're pretty far apart here. Lennli with a great guess, though.
I'm not sure if he saw the towns or if it was just a region guess. Either way, amazing guess from Lennli. And we see, again, Lennli, I would say, has the moving advantage between these two players. So maybe this is why we see the lower accuracy from Sadziu. Maybe just sort of the quick sends, the fast guesses, and he'll tend to make a few more mistakes in the moving rounds than the rest.
That could definitely be it, for sure. Seems like he also had that faster guess time, so maybe in early games, he tends to make quicker guesses when he knows the multis aren't too high. Things like that. We do go in around 3 here. Both players are actually opting to move a decent bit this time. We've made it to that 30-second mark, which is higher than both their averages, so maybe they're thinking, I see this round. This seems like I could actually see some information. But so far, nothing too much. Guess a community garden. Maybe that helps. A trailhead parking lot.
They have area codes. They're different area codes, which is interesting. Again, I'm not sure either player knows them. Does that help? Grandview, Missouri, I think it says. And I don't believe Sadziu has the state here. So this could be major. Yep.
Yeah, that's a pretty big difference. A couple states apart there. Lennli in the right state gets closer. 2 times damage. That's a really big hit. Put Sadziu on 2 health.
Wow, Sadziu on the ropes already, just after 3 rounds, I think. And a really strong start from Lennli, showing his moving abilities. He's getting to the information and using it very efficiently.
Very efficiently. Round 4, Lennli flawless, and Sadziu just about to get out of the game here. Can he make a comeback? He needs to be closer pretty much every round here if he's going to keep it going.
So we've got Urban Brazil here. Most of the time what you do in Urban Brazil is you just look for a phone code. So both players will be doing that. Sadziu's found a couple phone numbers, but they didn't have area codes on them. But an area code would be massive for both players. São Silvano is probably a town, but it's also probably quite small. Ooh. Oh. I think Sadziu's sign, says Espírito Santo. But Lennli's got the area code.
Oh, so they should be
different ways
close
of getting to the same thing. Yep. But Lennli can win here. I mean, Sadziu's on 200 health.
He could, and their guesses are relatively far apart. No, he moves it farther south. Now they're very close to each other, actually, so maybe no game here. We'll see. Oh, but Lennli is still closer. Could that be enough? I think it will be. He wins the game on round 4, moving. This is what Lennli needed right now, being so low on the world ranking. 5 matches, comes in. He at least has taken 1 point. If he can get this win here, that'll be very good for him. Lennli getting up. Is he going to get sunglasses? Oh, look at the wall. Look at the wall of sunglasses. Oh, no, he's just turning the lights on. He's
preparing to put the sunglasses on after winning the second game.
Okay, I was ready. I was so ready.
Yep. We'll see if he can bring it home here. Again, I think of these two, Lennli doesn't consider himself a moving player, but I still would say of these two players, he's probably the more experienced in moving. So not too much of a shock that he took the moving game, but we saw just how well Sadziu played in the no move in the NMPZ in that first match against Mu. So I would imagine he's not going to go down without a fight here.
You know, I have a question. If Lennli loses this game, do you think he turns the lights back off for NMPZ? Maybe.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna say no, but
Okay.
maybe.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see here. Round 1, timer running out here. Both in Poland, and Lennli beating Sadziu on his home turf.
Yeah, well, that's Poland for you.
Yeah.
If you think it's south, it's north. If you think it's west, it's east. The lesson is click middle, even if you're Polish.
Pretty much. Pretty much. We go to round 2 here.
It's like Bangladesh. I don't know if there's going to be any written info. I also don't know if the players can read Bengali, but there's some stuff around. Looks like there's an address on this storefront. We'll see if Lennli can use that. Bangladesh also very region guessable, just based off of the things like the architecture, the copyright. Lennli's just going to go Dhaka. Ooh, Sadziu thinking about Chattogram, though.
Oh, he moves it farther north, but he is still closer. He is still closer. If he hadn't moved there, Lennli would have been a little closer, but still, both relatively far apart. That's 102 points down to Lennli's health. That's Sadziu's first damage so far of this matchup, though.
That's true, yeah. Not even in the moving did he take any points off, so...
Yeah, Lennli flawless the moving game in 4. Round 3 now of the no moving game, 1/360 panorama. That's all they get. Looks like we're in New Zealand. Sadziu thinking it's pretty far north on the southern island of New Zealand, in that little valley there.
I like the guess with the mountains in the distance. Sort of a north-south pointing valley with mountains to the west. I definitely like it, although there are plenty of valleys in New Zealand, so who knows which one it is. Only opting to go a lot further south.
Wow, that's a pretty big difference. 2 times damage. Could be some decent points here. We'll see. The timer runs out. Sadziu, very close. That's big damage for Sadziu. Round 3, 2,500 down. Lennli's now on about half health here. Sadziu really hasn't taken too much damage.
Again, Sadziu says, what the heck? Like, I don't need moving. Just win the next 2 and I'm good.
I genuinely wonder if part of that accuracy is simply because of his playstyle on moving, not usually opting to find signs and stuff and just making sort of random region guesses, and then...
What's interesting, though, is that his average guess time isn't that low. Like, compared to people like V89 and MK, it seems a little higher, so I'm not actually sure what's up with that.
Yeah.
This is Tasmania, by the way. Sadziu is not in the right place here. I mean, we have a pole to the west with an olive green possum guard. Now he's in Tasmania, but that's a Tasmania. Okay, so Lennli has the 5K.
Wow.
Now,
Lennli
the
just
question
5K.
is Sadziu going to go Tasmania? He is. Okay.
Wow, but an amazing Lennli 5K there. We get the animation. Sadziu drops the GG. That is hilarious.
I am honestly curious if Lennli, instead of scanning and looking for the 5K, if he had sent fast there, is there a chance Sadziu would have been in Queensland? Because Sadziu was initially in Queensland.
He was looking up there. Wow.
Identical Lake Coastal guesses here.
Identical guesses. You gotta wave. You gotta wave, guys. This is how the game works.
Yep.
It's the unwritten rule. It's rule 1 of GeoGuessr.
Yeah, so Lake Coastal, very distinctive lake. Largest, second largest lake in Mongolia. I think Uvs is bigger, but Coastal is very large, very deep lake, and super, super distinctive. So, nicely done by both.
Quick guess here from Sadziu. Lennli to follow, actually going north of Eswatini, but it looks like he was debating pretty close to where Sadziu has guessed. Yep, now he's moving it over there, so both players very close to each other. Gonna be pretty much on top of each other. Shouldn't see too many points. Gonna be a click go next.
It's quite close to Lesotho, kind of surprisingly so. I almost wanted to say it was closer to Eswatini given the long grass that we saw there, but yeah, virtually identical guesses.
Round 7 now. We're deep into this no-moving game. Both players in the green. Nobody under half health here.
This is North America, I think. I want to say this black. I feel like there's this black sticker on that pole that Lennli sees to the south. I feel like that's a meta, but I don't know where because I'm not good enough at the U.S. But I think there are certain areas where that's found a lot more commonly. see what they go for.
Both players in the
It's Iowa.
same area there. I was gonna say same state, but Sadziu just a little outside the border.
Sadziu holding the lead, but not by much. Again, he knows he needs to win this to extend it to the NMPZ. Ghana, I mean, not a big country, but with 4.5x damage, it could still swing the match in either direction.
We have seen Ghana end games before, but it does seem like they're in pretty similar areas, southern coastal. Lennli lined up a road, not the right one though. Sadziu a little closer. That's a big hit. That's a big hit to Lennli's health. Sadziu holds a decent lead now. Almost 3,000 point lead here. Going into round 8. It's really coming down to the wire. Round 9, actually.
I mean, Lennli maybe just decided to take a little bit of a risk going that far west. He was behind and could make the points up. I don't mind the idea, but it was definitely a risk. Didn't quite pay off for him that time. But this looks like the US, and the game could easily end either player on this round. I'm not sure I would go New England here. I thought it was more, yeah, maybe a little more southwest than that, but...
US, big country. Big-ish difference here in the guesses. We'll see who ends up being closer. Yeah, it's very far west. But Lennli is closer by just a bit, and with the multis, that's a big hit. He takes the lead. We go on to our final round. Again, the players have a 10-round limit here. You gotta do it in 10. Whoever has the most health at the end of the 10th round, or wins it on 10, takes the game. Will we get an NMPZ? Will Sadziu take it? Or will Lennli secure a 2-0 victory, gaining him 3 points to the world ranking right here, right now?
All comes down to this. Not an easy round. You won't believe me, but I was going to say Missouri on that last round, and I didn't say anything because I saw them clicking New England. I was like, I'm sure I'm wrong. I'm sure they know better than me.
I trust you. I believe it.
All right, so we have in Indonesia here. We have pretty much all metal roofs, which in Java you would see tiled roofs. So in sort of the northern half of Sumatra, you get a lot more metal like this. You'll also see it in Kalimantan, Sulawesi. I do like the Sumatra guess. Lennli is a bit more south than I personally would be, given, again, I would expect to see more tiled roofs.
This could be really close. This could be really close. Nope, Lennli.
Wow, he's right.
He's just right. And the sunglasses get put on as he